Recently, as in very recently, a particular video went viral on YouTube about a browser extension called Honey. Great video, by the way, absolutely you should go watch it, and I'll obviously link it down below in the description.
Hello Internet, I'm Jackie Fox, welcome to Politically Non-Binary, and today we're going to be diving into a hot topic, the Honey influencer scam.
The biggest scam in YouTube history.
The biggest YouTube scam has just been revealed. Honey, one of the largest influencer scams.
This might just be the biggest influencer scam of all time.
Honey has been revealed to be a complete scam.
The coupon mafia?
I think it's scummy as hell. I hesitate to call it illegal because I just genuinely don't know. I need a legal video.
And I think Honey should be sued for it. I am glad that everybody is now aware that Honey has a corrupt business model.
I have a feeling there's gonna, in like a couple years, there's gonna be the great Honey conspiracy of like 2022. And I don't know what it is. I'm sure it's fine. And like, I got no problem with like the concept of an app that like clips coupon codes for you. That's great. That sounds great on its surface. But there's some shady shit going on. I can't put my finger upon it. But why do they spend millions on advertising? And then people are getting money out of it, and then people are saving money out of it, and that makes sense, but the other part doesn't make sense, and then something's going on here. Where's all this money coming from?
Just look at this insane list of videos that were sponsored by Honey. According to my data, they sponsored almost 5,000 videos across roughly 1,000 different YouTube channels, racking up an unbelievable 7.8 billion views.
We believe that Honey unjustly enriches itself by swapping creator attribution under the guise of a coupon check, even when it's unable to provide any additional value to the consumer or when there are no coupons. I believe that Honey lied to consumers about what it offered. And I believe that Honey lied to creators about what it was doing.
In recent years, we've seen a growing number of allegations against various YouTube sponsors being some form of a scam. From the infamous Fire Festival promoted by influencers to more recent exposures like whatever online casino Logan Paul is shilling for, or the BetterHelp controversy where online therapy service was accused of not providing licensed therapists as advertised. It's becoming clear that not all sponsorships are as good as they seem.
Now, just to be fair, YouTubers very often get offered exorbitant sums of money to promote various products or services. So much so that I can't really blame them for sometimes overlooking red flags or failing to see warning signs during the process of due diligence. It happens to all of us, period. It just does. However, Honey has now become a hot topic of scrutiny, largely because of how big it got before anyone caught the problem. Except in my estimation, that same problem is now attempting to be reborn, only this time potentially worse. All in all, today I want to showcase why the recently viral video exposing issues with the coupon code application Honey might just be the tip of the iceberg, and how their new project Pi.org, from one of the very same co-founders, is attempting to demolish the ad revenue of everyday creators like me, hence why I'm so passionate about it, by invasively inserting themselves into the pipeline and siphoning off revenue for no other reason than we should just be a middleman.
The issue with dubious sponsorships doesn't stop there, though. We've also seen cases like the G Fuel controversy, where the energy drink company is accused of misleading advertising, or the Skillshare scandal, where some users felt the educational platform overpromised and underdelivered in many of its courses. Spotify has repeatedly been caught generating and promoting its own AI music to decrease the portion of their profits that they have to pay to human creators. There's shitcoin rug pulls like we saw recently, or most recently, with the Haktua girl, but it seems like there's a new one of these every day. Or established titles, Yada Bank, and whatever Mr. Beast is shilling these days. These examples show a troubling pattern in the influencer industry, where trust is often compromised for profit.
Basically, Honey could be more so an early warning sign, and if left unchecked, these guys are going to do the very same thing again to every single industry they possibly can. Pi is apparently the registered trademark of a company called the People's Internet Experiment Incorporated, which is itself a California-based company whose key principle is one Ryan Hudson. Let's call him today's main character, I guess. Here's the thing. Ryan Hudson is the previous co-founder of Honey.
Amidst these allegations, Honey, the popular browser extension that promises to save you money, has come under scrutiny. Megalag, a fellow YouTuber, recently exposed how honey is scamming not only the public and influencers, but even influencers who have never been involved with the company in any way. Let's dive into the details and see what's really going on. So, many of you might have heard of Honey, the nifty browser extension that potentially helps you save money by finding discount codes when you shop online. Honey and the YouTubers that it sponsored has become a household name, especially after being acquired by PayPal in 2020 for around $4 billion. It works by automatically searching for and applying discount codes at checkout, making the online shopping experience, allegedly, more convenient for users. Additionally, Honey offers a rewards program called Honey Gold, where users can get cash back on their purchases. The simple yet effective tool has garnered a massive user base, with over 17 million active members as of 2021. But there's another side to Honey that many users are unaware of. To understand it, we need to take a closer look at how affiliate marketing actually works. Affiliate marketing is a common practice where influencers and content creators earn commissions by promoting specific products and generating sales through their unique affiliate links. These influencers spend a lot of time and effort creating content and building trust with their audience. When someone makes a purchase through an affiliate link, the influencer earns a small percentage of that sale as a commission. The income then helps support their work and allows them to continue creating content. Of course, now that we understand the basics of Honey and affiliate marketing, let's dive into the heart of the issue, the Honey influencer scam itself as exposed by Megalag. According to Megalag's detailed investigation, Honey allegedly hijacks affiliate links from influencers, and they were actually able to show this happening in their browser within their video. This means that when you shop using Honey, the extension replaces the original affiliate link with its own, ensuring that the commission goes to Honey instead of the influencer who promoted the product to you to begin with. In simpler terms, influencers put in a lot of effort to promote products and earn commissions through their unique affiliate links. However, Honey steps in and effectively intercepts these commissions by replacing the links with its own. This practice not only deprives influencers of their rightful earnings, but also raises pretty significant ethical concerns and isn't necessarily the easiest thing to fix by law. It's a behind-the-scenes operation that most users have been, for years, completely unaware of, making it a troubling issue in the world of online shopping and influencer marketing simultaneously. Now let's talk about the people who are most directly affected by this, the influencers.
Honey allegedly seeded those audiences with their extension. And that extension probably stayed on their audience's browsers like a sleeping leech, waiting for the viewer to conduct a transaction. And thus, forever after, the creator's future sponsorships and future affiliate relationships and advertisements were devalued now that the creator's audience was infected.
For many content creators, affiliate marketing is a significant source of income. They spend countless hours creating content, building trust with their audience, and promoting products that they believe in. However, when Honey hijacks their affiliate links, it essentially steals their hard-earned commissions. And this can be particularly devastating for smaller influencers who rely on every bit of income that they can get to support their work and livelihood. In order to give you a better idea of the real-world impact, let's hear from some influencers who have been affected by this practice. Many of them have shared stories about the noticeable drop in their affiliate earnings after their audience started using Honey. It's frustrating for them to see the fruits of their labor being taken away without consent. Frankly, this may be a hallucination. I'm not sure that anyone is on the record for this yet because of how hard it is. How hard it is for people to see this coming, because there's no real way for me to tell how much of my audience is using Honey and why my commissions aren't as good as they could be. It's just really easy to see that Honey does this and that many of my audience probably is using Honey, and I am probably losing money because of this. But it's at this moment kind of hard to connect those dots as easily as the AI seems to believe that we can. And that brings me to a surprising twist in this video, and that is that so far, with the exception of me editorializing just a little bit and adding in a whole bunch of other scams that I could think of from YouTube, this script has so far been written by AI, and I intend to perform it to its end the way that the AI roughly intended. With the exception of this aside, because I want to promote the other side of this video. It has a partner video in which I show you kind of behind the scenes how I did this, because, you know, YouTube is unveiling this inspiration thing, and it's just it seems like an ineffective way to use AI to solve a problem that other products solve better. So let me show you how to do better than the inspiration tab, because if you are actually inclined to use AI to help you in your videos, I really hope that you make something more like this and not whatever this is. But with all that being said, check out the other video if you're interested in knowing how this came together, including the various points where I had to correct the AI and how this worked, which ended up being a pretty good way to know which parts of the story were important to explain to the audience, because if the AI couldn't figure it out from parsing the articles, maybe members of my audience would have had difficulty with it as well. But with that being said, let's get back to the video. The issue isn't just about influencers losing money, though.
I believe the scam has likely cost content creators millions of dollars. Sound crazy? Well, I didn't believe it at first either, until I experienced it myself firsthand.
Can I pause real quick? I have a natural distrust of honey. I don't know what it is. I don't know why, but I naturally distrust honey. And I don't, okay, all right, guys, all right, we're gonna stop. Everyone listen. I don't know what it is, but my gut tells me that nothing in life is free. So where's all these savings coming from? And like the money that people get from honey, I don't trust it. They push so much advertising. They push so much advertising on YouTube. They do brand deals with other YouTubers. I think they've even offered me, and I said no, because I just don't trust honey.
But did any of the influencers who are engaging in affiliate marketing ever catch on to what honey's been doing? Well, it turns out yes, at least one of them did. Linus Tech Tips, who have been promoting honey since 2017. So here's how I found this out. You see, one day I was browsing Linus's forum to see if anyone had raised a red flag about honey. And sure enough, back in 2020, someone sounded the alarm, but it was ultimately ignored. However, in 2022, a different user noticed that LMG were no longer promoting honey and asked the team if they had been dropped as a sponsor, to which one of Linus's employees responded with, "We ended the partnership with honey due to the way their service interacted with affiliate links. Essentially, if someone clicked on an affiliate link and then they use honey and search for a deal, honey will override that tracking link even if they don't find you a deal. That didn't jive with us, so we ended the partnership." Okay, so they had no idea this was happening, and it took them several years to catch on. That's quite telling, because we're talking about a tech-savvy YouTube channel that's run by a very large team. The fact that it took them several years to figure this out, in my opinion, really underscores the deceptive nature with which honey operates. If Linus and his team didn't know, I can't imagine many other influencers would have known either. Now, I have to say, as a longtime viewer and supporter of Linus's channel, I'm incredibly disappointed they weren't more public with this discovery. I get this specific issue doesn't directly affect their viewers, but surely they must have realized the wider impact this could be having on the creator community, a community they're a part of. I think that matters. And it's not as though they only promoted honey once or twice. They did approximately 160 sponsored segments, all of which remain live on YouTube. Those videos have accumulated around 194 million views. According to my data, that makes Linus's company LMG the third largest promoter of honey on YouTube.
So I, along with some other great attorneys, filed suit on behalf of all creators and businesses who have been harmed by honey PayPal. Because there are so many people, we filed a class action lawsuit seeking damages in the form of the money that we believe honey prevented from reaching creators, so we can give it back to creators. And equally important, we're suing for an injunction to stop honey's practices in the future.
In a surprising turn of events, YouTuber and lawyer Devin Stone, known as Legal Eagle on YouTube, has filed a class action lawsuit against PayPal, the parent company of Honey, on behalf of Wendover Productions and others. The lawsuit alleges that Honey's browser extension has been hijacking affiliate links from content creators, redirecting commissions to Honey instead, just like Megalag is complaining. Wendover Productions, along with other content creators, claim that Honey's actions have resulted in significant financial losses. The lawsuit seeks monetary damages for lost revenue and injunctive relief to prevent Honey from continuing these practices. Legal Eagle, who has built a reputation for tracking legal issues on his YouTube channel, stated that the lawsuit is about protecting the rights of content creators everywhere. The case is currently pending in the United States District Court of the Northern District of California. This development has sent shockwaves through the online content community, with many creators expressing their support for the lawsuit. As the case unfolds, it will be interesting to see how it impacts the relationship between content creators and affiliate marketing programs. And if you have personally been affected by this, I'm going to be putting some details up on how to reach your affiliates to see if you can determine if you've been affected by this based on comparison of your raw click data and the commissions that you actually earn. But also, you can join this class action lawsuit if you have been affected. Again, details will be on screen.
If you're a creator or a business who thinks that they have been harmed by Honey, please reach out to my law firm by either going to honeylawsuit.com or by reaching out via email at honeycase@eagleteam.law. We want to hear from you. This isn't only about people who ran a Honey sponsorship, but rather anyone who might have had their attribution taken by Honey. We believe that things like running a promo code, affiliate link, or tracking tag is enough to be caught in their web.
It also raises broader questions about the fairness and transparency of the affiliate marketing industry. When companies like Honey exploit these loopholes, it undermines the trust between influencers and their audience. These folks worked hard to build their credibility, and practices like these, being known to be linked with scammy sponsors, can erode that trust, making it harder for them to sustain their work and maintain their relationship with their followers.
And perhaps the worst part about all of this is that Honey, now owned by PayPal, allegedly made creators the unwitting accomplices in stealing from their own pocketbooks. Think about how insidious this all was. Honey spent tens of millions of dollars, maybe even hundreds of millions of dollars, sponsoring some of the most beloved and successful creators on the planet.
Okay, so think about this. If you are an online retailer, you actually don't really like Honey, right? Like this is a web browser extension that a bunch of people have, that every time they buy something from your site, it like goes through and makes sure that they apply coupon codes, which takes away from your bottom line and makes sure you make less money. So it's not their favorite thing in the world, just by default. So Honey, with all this leverage, they would go around trying to convince stores and online retailers to partner with them. And one of the key benefits of partnering with Honey was that you get to choose which coupon codes show up in Honey's database for all of its users. So that means if there's a 20% coupon code and a 3% coupon code, you're definitely going to make sure only the 3% coupon code shows up for Honey users by default. So this specific doublespeak, I think, is worthy of using the word scam.
It's also a bit scary how long this has been allowed to happen, and seemingly without anyone noticing until Megalag, like a week or so ago, brought it to everyone's attention. Now let's talk about us, the consumers. On the surface, Honey seems like a win-win. We get to save money with discount codes and even earn some cash back if you're a part of the Honey Gold program. But there's also a hidden cost to these savings that many of us don't realize. By using Honey, we're unintentionally supporting a practice that undermines the very influencers that we trust and follow. So while we may get a small discount or some cash back, we're also ruining the finances of the people who helped us discover these products in the first place. As customers, we have the power to influence market practices by choosing where and how we shop. For one, we should all just boycott Honey and stop using it so that it can stop using us to rip off the people that we trust. It's essential to be aware of the broader implications of the tools that we use and consider how our choices affect the people behind the content we enjoy. Supporting fair practices ensures that influencers receive the compensation that they deserve for their hard work. The situation also raises concerns about the last click attribution system itself. Many argue that this method of awarding commissions is outdated and prone to exploitation. As a result, several alternative models have been proposed. One such model is the multi-touch attribution model, which distributes the commission among all the touch points that contributed to the sale, providing a fairer distribution of earnings. Although, even in this scenario, Honey would often be getting 50% of that commission all for itself, just by using the same practices. Another suggestion is the first click attribution model, which rewards the initial click that introduced the product to the buyer and would completely cut Honey off from the exact scam that they're running here. However, often the first click doesn't necessarily result in a sale, so doesn't it make more sense in also giving commissions to the person who led to the click that led to the sale? There's also hybrid models that combine elements of both of those to create a more equitable compensation system for everyone involved in the process, even though Honey is kind of forcefully inserting themselves into it. Rethinking the last click system could help mitigate issues like the Honey scam and promote a more transparent and fair affiliate marketing ecosystem.
This is the only ad blocker I've ever used that works on YouTube, Twitch, and Spotify. This is Pi. It's a free Chrome extension that blocks ads everywhere you go online. And don't worry, it won't download a bunch of shit onto your computer like other ad blockers. Pi is a trusted LA-based company that's actually founded by one of the creators of Honey. The coolest part is that if you decide you do want to see ads, Pi will literally pay you for seeing them. Like, I made money just from this Google search. Good luck finding another ad blocker that does that. Speaking of things other ad blockers don't do, Pi also has a visual mode that lets you watch your ads disappear and see how much space you're saving. So if you want this to be the last ad you ever see, get Pi for free right now.
All right, you hear that? Trusted LA-based company blocking ads on YouTube, Twitch, Spotify, and quote, everywhere else you go online, which is first of all not possible. Not even the best ad blocking software can ever do that. But second of all, it's a claim that this company will now insert themselves into the advertising process for pretty much every single major platform out there, and then pay the user if they want to see the ads. On the surface, yeah, sounds great. You, as in you watching this right now, the video, might be salivating at the idea of getting paid for the ads that you watch on social media because those ads are mercilessly wasting your time. But think about it one step further. This company, Pi.org, cannot, and does not, have an official partnership with all of these different platforms. But even if they did, they do not, and likely could never, have a partnership with the individual creators, which means that when you use this application and watch advertisements with it for the purpose of getting paid, you are doing the exact same thing that you would otherwise be doing, except this time, the only person getting paid is Pi. In essence, much the same thing that's happening with Honey, they seem to be stealing the revenue of everyone they possibly can, while making it seem like the end result is better for customers and viewers. But as a creator, that is point blank horrible.
The journey towards ethical affiliate marketing and online shopping in general is still an ongoing process, but each step brings us closer to fairness and transparency. The exposure of the Honey influencer scam has shown a light on the hidden practices that undermine the hard work of influencers and the trust of consumers. It's essential that we as a community support initiatives and technologies that promote ethical practices, as well as shunning those that are scamming the people that we know and trust. Whether it's through more transparent policies, stricter regulations, or innovative solutions like the blockchain, there's a collective effort required to ensure a fair ecosystem for all. As consumers, we have the power to make informed choices about the tools and services that we use. By understanding the implications of our online shopping habits, we can help support influencers and content creators who bring value to our lives. Let's be mindful of the impact that our actions have and advocate for transparency and fairness in affiliate marketing. Together, we can create a more trustworthy and equitable online environment for everyone participating. But the conversation doesn't end here. I want to hear from you as well. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. If you ever used Honey or any other browser extensions like it, what are your views on the ethical issues raised in this video? Or did any of them seem exaggerated to you? Did the fact that I referred to them consistently as influencers kind of lose a bit of sympathy for them? I mean, we're essentially talking about wage theft here. And I'm just curious, I was thinking about it as I was recording this, but, typically we use influencer as a slightly negative word. I don't know, maybe it just wasn't buying them sympathy. Let me know. And while you're at it, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment for more thought-provoking content like this. And since I do cover controversial topics, scams, that kind of stuff, it's important to click the bell, ring that bell, so that you will see all of my content and not just what YouTube deems safe and clean enough for you to see. You can also support the channel on Patreon or Ko-fi. It's Jackie Fox in either case, with no space, no underscore, any of that, just Jackie Fox. You can also find my content on Amazon, where I'm self-published. I write science fiction, fantasy, and kind of near-time cyberpunk, like 2020 cyberpunk. It's a really interesting genre to be writing after 2020. It's you know, the cyberpunk era, or the era that we were looking forward to at that time, is now historical to us in some ways. So isn't that fun? Anyways, thank you so much for listening. And with all that being said, we'll see you in the next one.
And finally, Honey PayPal. I will see you in court.